Hi everyone, my name's Malcolm Fry. I've been invited by Joe to put together a little presentation for you. It'd be much better if I could have been there with you and been doing this live. That would have been great. Unfortunately, I'm not there and I can't be there at the moment, but we can still share information. That's the beauty of modern technology, huh? We can share this information. So, what we're going to be talking about is bringing new services and new applications and so on onto the service desk, or into the environment and being supported by the service desk rather. Now the important point here to remember is that it's not going to slow down. There's going to be more new changes, more new applications, more new services, more new technology, more platforms, It's going to go on and on and on. So, we have to be prepared. If we're going to meet the future, we have to work with the future. We have to be there before it gets implemented. So the important point to start off with is I'm going to have 10 things that I think are important about bringing a new service onto the service desk. So 10 new things. Think of me as kind of like David Letterman, with a lot less money, I might add, a lot less money. Well, I wonder how much David's got. He must be a rich man, and he makes me laugh anyway, so that's good. So let me go through my top 10. Number 1 is prepare the contributions list report. What does that mean? Well, it's very simple. If I'm the project leader or whatever person who's bringing a new app or a new application or a new service into the business, what are you going to give me that's going to help me make it go better? Why should I get you involved? You've come along as a service desk and said, I want to be involved in this new project. Okay, so what are you going to give me? What am I going to get from it? And the answer would be things like better support from day one, faster support, happier customers, understanding the customer's needs, giving advice on what works and what doesn't work, talking about what's good and bad about different platforms, knowing what's going to happen. Tell me what you're going to give me. And if I get a list like that and think, I want to get these people involved. If they're going to give me all that good stuff, I need to know that good stuff. Now the first question they're going to ask you once you've convinced them is, where's your questions? What have I got to answer? So you need to create a set of questions. A set of questions, things like how many users, what type of users, are they skilled, unskilled, where they're going to be located, is it 7x24, is it worldwide global coverage, what configuration is going to be required, what versions of software are going to be required. If I can get those kind of questions in front of a project leader or whomever's implementing this new service from day one, then I can make sure that we can do a much, much better job as we go along. So I need the questions. If I get the answers to those questions, so 1 and 2, contributions, questions. 3, if I get the answers to those questions, then I need some kind of master project, some kind of spreadsheet or project template that says, when I get the answer to the question number of users, this is what I need to do. I need to calculate capacity. This is how I calculate capacity. So when I get the answers, I've got the actions, I've got the tasks ready. Number 4, you have to sell the involvement. You need credibility. Project leaders and similar people are not going to let you come involved in their project unless they think you can deliver. So remember, always present yourself in the way they like to be presented. If they use a project management tool, get hold of it, learn how to use it and put the questions and tasks into that. So when you're going to sit with this professional project person, they're going to look and say, this is impressive. This person knows what they're doing because we're doing it in an empathetic way. If you get buy-in, so we've got prepare the contributions, set of questions, master project, sell. If we get through that lot, then the first thing we'll know is involve us from day one. Don't leave it to the last minute. The longer you leave it, the less likely it is we'll do a good job. Get us involved from day one. Right from day one, you know how many users. We can do capacity calculations from day one based on that small piece of information. So get involved early. Number 6, think as customer agents while you're doing this. What would the customer want from this? What does the customer need from this? Think like you're an agent, like you're selling their services. No, I know those customers. They won't do that. They won't do this. I know them. I see them all the time. I talk to them every day. So, work as customer agents. You're representing the customer. Number 7, make it a team effort. Make sure the whole of the service desk contribute. They can contribute to the set of questions. They can contribute to tasks. They can contribute the contributions list that says, this is what you'll get from it. They can provide a lot. They know a lot. We've got a huge amount of knowledge on that desk. Use it. Harness it. And make sure, number 8, make sure you provide feedback to project managers as you go so that they're getting continual feedback. Don't sit there with all these questions and answers and calculate and not feed it back. You can at some point say, we now know how many people. We now know what versions of software you need. We now know what information we need. Feed that back. Number 9, as it starts going live and it's now running, do post-implementation reports. In other words, on a weekly basis, say this is how successful the project was last week, how many incidents, how many problems, how many change requests, and so on and so forth that might have come from this, how many asset management questions might have been asked, how many configuration management questions. That kind of stuff is vital to somebody who's helping the business as a project manager. And make sure you have a master project that backs all this up, number 10. Some kind of master project you can rely on, you know that if you follow it, you get everything. So, let's do the 10 again, shall we? 1, a contributions list. 2, create a set of questions. 3, create a master project. 4, sell the role of the service desk in new apps and new services. 5, get involved early. 6, work as customer agents. 7, make it a team effort for the whole of the service desk. 8, provide feedback as you go, as you're working through your tasks and your questions. 9, provide regular reports to everybody that's involved in the development side from day one of going live, so post-implementation. Lastly, have a master project and implement the master project. Well, there you go. They're my 10 David Letterman rantings about the top 10 I think we could have. Let me suggest something you might like to do. Why don't you, in groups of say 4 or 5, something like that, sit round and go through my 10 and reorder them in the order you think is most important as a team. Sitting around the desk, discussing each one and coming up with your order. So that we can look and say and have a conversation and also exchange ideas and thoughts. And while you're at it, I'd love you to come up with 2 more that I've missed that you think, wow, Malcolm should have put that in. So let's make it a top 12. In your groups you come up with the extra 2. And from that, your coordinator can coordinate great discussions and have a great meeting. In the meantime, thanks a lot for listening to me. I really wish I could be there, but I can't be there unfortunately. But I'm there in spirit. That's what matters, I guess, huh? Thanks a lot. Bye.